Well, good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Trap Lines and Inlines. Thanks for tuning in. In this episode, we're going to be taking the off-grid cabin from this to this. So stick around to see all the steps on how we got it all put together. Coming at you live from Saskatchewan's boreal forest. Just got up here to bush camp. Got the afternoon to work on the off-grid house here. Got the fire going. It's kind of went downhill on me there, and got some bush coffee going there. But what we're going to be working on here today is exterior plywood for the lower level. We got to get that all done, and then we'll be installing HOUSEWRAP too when the time comes. I had all day yesterday to work on the cabin, so I busy as a beaver on track there. Got quite a bit done there, and then today we got the afternoon, so we'll show you how things are looking here. Okay, so I just got to start on the plywood, but I'll still have time to, I still got lots to show you as I'm working here what we got to do yet, eh? So on this side it made perfect sense because there's a 10-foot wall with a 2-foot window in the center, right? So if I ran my 4x8 slice up on either side, it come right to the edge of the window if I ran them vertically, eh? And then I needed to cut a piece for here and there. So for this piece and that piece takes a little less than a half a piece of plywood. So I cut one piece down the center and then divided into two pieces. One piece did both sides of the window here. Then on the back, there's no windows or anything on the back, so I ran them horizontally, and I'm going to run an overlap, which is better for structural integrity rather than running the sheets vertically. Same thing on the other side. So on both sides, I'll have to cut those little pieces. They're about nearly 11 inches by 4 feet, and they'll all be the same for all 4 sizes. And then I haven't touched the front here, so we'll have to get to work on that. I also came and put the floor in here yesterday. That turned out real nice. I still got to stain all this stuff, eh? But yeah, this is looking real nice here, and I was glad to get that done. I had to insulate the floor and vapor bury it. I didn't film this because I already showed you how I made the floors in episode 4, I believe, and because all the insulation and vapor bearing, you guys are gonna see a lot of that, so don't you worry. Another thing here when doing plywood, I like to start off with my biggest spots first, and then you can use all your excesses for the little shit like right here and whatnot, eh? So it works out good that way. I got a lot of sheets that have been damaged by fucking bears and cows, which is a piss off, and money's running low. But yeah, so we got to get this plywood done. I had a big fuck up when I put this floor on here. I forgot to vapor bury it the other side. So now I'm in a shitty spot. You can't get that plywood up because the walls are on top of it. So I'm gonna have to vapor bury it and then put my insulation. So I'm gonna have to like bend it and all over them. Their rafters are all over those floor joists. Say get it pushed down so I can put insulation up there, and then go from there, eh? And then put my plywood down. I'll also have to put plywood on. This is a 3.5-inch strip here, and then I want to put it here as well, so then when I put my siding on, it's all flush level, looks mint. Yeah, so I'm excited. I got a good idea about what I'm gonna do for my siding. I think I'm gonna run some wood plank siding, like just fucking like windbreak grade planks. It's gonna be deadly. I can't wait for that. So yeah, I'm excited, boys, but money's running low, so I gotta really fucking budget here. Okay, first panel up here of the day, sticking with the strategy of burning up all the big sheets first, the biggest pieces. I'll show you a few things here what I did. So started with my first layer. It's got to be really damn straight, otherwise your next one and your third one, they're going to be really off. So what I do is I put 1/8 inch, these are just the little 2-inch framing nails that I use, and I space them on top, just right on top at each stud, on top of that sheet of plywood. Gives you that 1/8 lateral gap you need for heat expansion. So instead of running this same piece and putting it right there and then the exact same measurement, this piece up here, I've overlapped them so that you get more, gain a lot of structural integrity by overlapping them. And you should overlap them about at least 2 studs. This one's 3, I think, 4 maybe. So that way you get lots of added strength, eh? So now we got to cut our next sheet, and when you cut this sheet, you want to measure so it goes right up the center of the stud, hey? And I take it and I go as long as I can on an 8-foot sheet, as long as I can. So this one was 84 3/8, and the next one's got to be about 43 inches there, and that'll be pretty damn good. Hello, darling. Okay, I need a 43-inch slice that isn't fucked. That one's fucked. They're all fucked, for fuck's sakes. This piece is fucked, eh? So I'll use it. This side's still good. I'll get my 43 inches. Hello, darling. Okay, so when you're nailing your sheet, if you nail like this side and then this side and then up the center, you develop stress in that panel. You're always better off to start at one side and work your way over, eh? Rather than zigzagging around everywhere. Oh, fuck. And standard nail spacing is 6 inches around the outside on your outside pieces, and then 12 inches on your secondary supports on your center studs. But I don't really follow that. I just pepper the shit out of them. And I'll just nail it as high as I can reach for now, and then when I put up the top piece there, I'll nail the tops of them. Okay, I hope you can see all right, but that's looking real good. Now I'll just pull all these nails out so we don't forget about them and leave them in the road for later on. Okay, stick around, guys. We're getting her done here. Way down there, there's a fucking bear cub. Come right up to me listening to the fucking generator. There he goes. What a dumb shit. Now that was funny because that was one fucking small bear. One real fucking small bear. And I just turned the generator off to focus on my tactics here. And holy shit, he's just standing right there. All of a sudden I talk and he fucks off. Like, that bear was tiny. Like, gotta be on full bear alert now because Mom's probably not far behind. And I don't want to deal with her. That little bat, he's fucking tiny. I'd take him on one, man. Hopefully I can zoom in and show you him on the camera. That little bastard though, even if he walked right up to my fucking quad, I couldn't shoot him. He's just too small. He's just too small. I couldn't fucking live with it, man. Well, that took way longer than I care to admit. But I finally got the plywood up underneath the overhang loft. It's all insulated and vapor barrier now. Every bit of that was a prick. The vapor barrier, and then the insulation. Hey, insulation's easy. But lifting those big fucking sheets above your head isn't. By God, just set a bear inch down. Walk right in. Fuck. Silly prick. Hopefully, I took a video clip, but it was a good ways down when I got the camera going. So hopefully I can zoom it in on the video editor there and show you. But fuck yeah, starting to look like a house, boys. Let's get her done. Well, still giving her up at bush camp. I got my 6th or 7th cup of coffee going here. Pretty standard, but still giving her on the sheathing. If you're new to the channel, you're like, what the fuck are all these horizontal braces for? Well, I tell you what, when I was building, I forget what I kept cutting. It was these little bastards for the loft, all those loft joists. I was left with a shit ton of like 18-inch pieces, and I was like, well, fuck, these are just gonna go in the fire. So I did all this horizontal bracing, and it looks kind of silly, but it's stronger than fuck, eh? With all those little boards across, like it's got as much lumber going sideways as vertically, eh? And now I can really support all that shit upstairs there. Like it's just sturdy as fuck, eh? So, but it is ridiculous. It does take a little bit extra time to insulate, but not much. Insulating goes really quick. But as you can see, I've accumulated quite a bit of scrap here. Oh, and I'm glad that left this part right to the end, eh? Because all these pieces here are just going to be used from scrap material, because they're just small itty bitty pieces. Another thing is, I never get a straight answer on which side of the plywood goes out or up or whatever, eh? And I was just talking to a buddy guy in the comment section about it there on a previous video. Like, okay, so if you're doing a great big project, those alignment lines on the rough side, the lines for your nailing lines there, they're really convenient. You're doing little spots like this, they're they're practically useless cutting up pieces of scrap. They never gonna line up, eh? And I got half the cabin lines out, half the cabin smooth side out, and I could really give a shit. To me, it makes logical sense to have the smooth side out, because it do a better job shedding water. But that being said, they put the alignment lines on the rough side so you can nail it in, eh? So I got half and half. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna house wrap it, either or, right? Like, it's the same structural integrity either way, and I could really care less. But so that's my thoughts on that. I think you're fine either way, man, but up to you, up to your discretion. I'd rather die from too much coffee than not enough fucking herbal tea, boys. Well, I got that bit set in mint, and all that stuff was gonna be scrap otherwise, eh? I really burned up a lot of scrap there, and you know, if I were to have cut that stuff out of full-length sheets, I would have so much wasted material. But the amount of scrap I burned through there was just awesome, and I'm gonna burn through more here pretty quick. So yeah, that's awesome. It's really starting to take shape, this here cabin. Really starting to look good. Can't wait. And you know, it's obviously not as ideal having smaller pieces used up. It's not quite as strong, eh? But you know, otherwise it's just gonna get fucking burned, and gotta really budget at this point. I gotta put a piece there right at the bottom of the door, a couple-inch piece there, but we'll get cross that bridge when we come to it. Gonna have dinner here, and then we'll start on these little pricks here and on both sides and on the back and everything like that, so stick around. Well, for fuck's sakes, look at this bullshit right here. I fucking broke my mint dollar store plate, and all my craft dinner is on the fucking ground. Fuck. Okay, let's try this again. What a piss off. Well, finally got to eat here, boys. Old ground pepper, picked her up at the dollar store, did lots of shopping there, got that mint plate too. Broke her the way, ketchup, everything, all the essentials. And good old mill here, sponsorship. And well, another day, another dollar working on bush camp. Got old floppy mirror 12 valve and the mouse infested ram charger there. It rained like hell. I was up at the crack of fuck off this morning, and it rained a metric fuck ton, so had to wait that out. It's noon, damn. But just coming down here, work on bush camp. It's real fucking muddy out, real gross out. See the cabin there looking good. Yeah, so got a little more plywood work to do here. Just all little stuff, eh? I've really burned through some of this scrap nice, which is real pleasing. And yeah, things are looking good here at bush camp. I'm excited to get going today, but like, look at that, you can't even stand. The ground's real clay up here in the bush country, eh? So it's real slick indeed. But I gotta do that piece there, a little 3.5 inch, a little more piece, and then this piece in the front, and then we're gonna house wrap it with some house wrap there, of course. But I don't know, man, if these sheets don't dry out enough. I don't want to put them on wet sheets, eh? You can see it's nice here. See, my overhang on the front is real nice. That'll all be dry for the most part, eh? Unless it really driving rains. Oh, I got a little bit back here to do too. But you see the bottom isn't covered by that puny little overhang, so it's wet down there anyway. So we'll see what we can do here today. Gotta get some bush coffee fired up, but all my lumber's real wet, might be a prick. Well, fuck, about to get shit on by this storm. Check this shit out. It's gonna be one hell of a rager, boys. Fuck's sakes. Literally have 2 more sheets of plywood left and I'm fucking done. Holy fuck, we got a wind going here, boys. Holy! They don't call us land of the living skies for nothing, eh? Real mint. Check out the size of this here fucking storm, boys. She's really rearing and tearing. It might miss me completely though. Fuck. Probably not real ranked to be on the ladder right now. Well, fuck. Just pouring. God damn it. Well, I managed to get all the plywood done. I'll show you that when I come out next time and it's not fucking pouring, because right now I am absolutely soaked and it's just brutal out. Like, I can't even put the ladder down with the bottom end sliding out, eh? But I got all the plywood done, and that means my next step is house wrap, and I really don't have anything else other than that to do to work on, eh? So I can't really wait it out. Tomorrow I'll probably go on a supplies run, and then hopefully it'll dry out in that time, and then I can come back and do all the house wrap, eh? So anyways, guys, I'm gonna go get fucked by rain. I realized that I left the damn windows down my truck. It's just soaked in there, so it's like, oh shit, eh? So anyway, I'll be back soon here. Fuck, stick around. Well, good afternoon, boys and girls. Another day, another dollar up at bush camp. First off, I'll show you where we left off. Didn't get a chance to show you guys how the cabin was looking there before I bolted for home there in the rainstorm. It's a nice day out today. It's a real scorcher, good wind. It's a good drying day, good for this muddy old ground, and for the hay fields too, eh? So yeah, that's good. But the other side looks exactly the same as this one. Back's all done too. Looking real good. Real happy with how things are looking. You know, it's really starting to take shape. You know, I was pretty worried it looked pretty retarded with, oh shit, I can't say that. You know, I was pretty worried it'd be a little too much being so high up there, but you know, with the roof overhangs and whatnot, it kind of leveled itself out, and you know, it's growing on me. I don't know, it's all that I've been looking at, eh? So starting to look pretty good to me anyway, and that's all that matters. Yeah, but beauty day. Seen 4 bears on the way to bush camp today. First off, I seen a sow and 2 cubs, That was a little further way south there. And yeah, I got the cubs in a clip there on my phone. I didn't have much time to grab the GoPro, so hopefully you can see them. And then not 300 yards from bush camp, just up my trail here, I was rolling along in the big old Cummins, and that bear, he probably heard me 4 miles away. But I came up and I just caught a glimpse of him there real quick. Didn't get time to get the camera out. This is a big bear, probably the biggest one I've seen this year, maybe even last year too. Big bear. Like you know, it can be hard to field judge a bear, but he was pretty close. He got real small ears, just a big bear. He stood right up there quick, deep in the bush. Big bear. Problem is I drove him straight to camp. He's probably not far away right now. I pushed him up, so that's not good. Anyway, I got a fire going here. I don't know if it's still going even. Yeah, it died out on me. I'll have to stoke that back up, but got a fire going. 2 reasons. 1, make a fuckload of bush coffee. 2, keep that bear at bay. Hopefully the smoke will get him staying back there a bit. And it's real wet lumber, because we got like an inch of rain last night, so it will do a good job there producing lots of smoke. But anyway, house wrap today, we're gonna get that on. Let's get started. Quit pissing around. Sorry for wasting your time with all this ranting. Just thought I'd let you know that I'm on full bear alert there. Gonna have a rifle at close eye on my rifle at all times anyway. See them little buggers right there? Them are bear cubs. Twins. Mom just ginched off into the bush. Good thing we're a long ways from bush camp. Okay, so I've never actually used this shit before, so I thought I better give her a bit of a trial run before I told everybody what to do. Fuck, that'd be irritating, huh? So anyway, I got the small rolls because getting a big roll way up there would be a bit of a pain in the ass, So what I'm doing here, I started right here and I rolled it around, and I rolled it the way that the stuff wouldn't be upside down, So I started in this corner right there, and then work my way around and line up the bottom all the way around. And you see they got these little red marks there where you want to put your staples, yeah, so I haven't stapled the top yet, so I'll have to pull it up, straighten it out, and then staple the top. And then when I got all the way around, came around the back, I overlapped it again on the corner. Now I think ideally you're supposed to give it about 12 inches overlap when coming all the way around, overlapping on top horizontally. But I gave myself more than that. I started over here, there, it's good. And then I seal it up with tuck tape there, make sure it's all good, and that's stapled too. So now I'll staple the top row, all these little indexes here, and then start on the second layer of it, and with that there, I think about I think they said 6 inches or so. I'm not sure, about 6 inches overlap on the top, and you want to shingle it. This side's really crooked, gotta straighten it out. But you want to shingle it so that and start at the bottom so that your piece above overlaps on top, and then we'll tape up all this once we get her stapled. Tape all that and the bottom too, So we'll keep giving her here. I don't know how much I can show you once I get up there because it's real prick, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, not terribly bad. I got a little bit of a wrinkle here, but you want to try and get it as straight as you can and as snug as you can. I gotta fix this here, is a little bad, but because when you put your siding on there, you want it nice and straight, or nice and snug and not wrinkled up like it kind of is here. Oh shit. So that your siding goes on nice and flat. But if you're like me, gonna put on some wood plank siding, like it really doesn't matter a whole lot if you got the odd wrinkle, But yeah, so I taped the whole top of it. Like, this is the first time I've ever actually used this shit. I'm glad I'm using it, but like all my other previous constructions, they've been pretty fucking redneck, not worthy of house wrap. So we'll see how she goes. Okay, take you for a quick ginch around here, show you how I'm doing this. Not necessarily exactly how it should be done, but if you really wanted to get this perfectly straight, you snap some chalk lines at however much you want to overlap it, and you'd be pretty damn good. I'm just gonna eyeball her because that's kind of my style. See, if you have a buddy that can help you, this would be much easier. We'll just get this stapled in relatively straight enough. And we'll come back to that corner later on and staple it up and tape it up there. And then we go right over our windows and doors and come get them later. I'm holding this tight so that it stays maybe just a little bit straighter than the last go around, or a little bit more snug. I'm pretty happy with how my overlap is. I'm sure I read it just 6 inches over top, but I can't quite remember entirely, so let me know. But you know, take it easy on me. First go around with this here house wrap, eh boys? These slop nailers are so damn handy. This one just happens to be a piece of shit. You can get it jammed up so goddamn bad. Oh, and we'll trim those doors later on. Okay. Luckily my roll is nice and light here at this point, so I can probably just let her hang there. Oh fuck. Settle down there, bud. We'll staple this in. And tape it up. Where did I put my tuck tape anyway? Okay, here we go anyway. Fire's real puny. Okay. I hope this damn GoPro's alright, fellers. I might even need more of this here house wrap, because this roll's nearly out. Maybe I should have bought the longer rolls, but I didn't think I needed a whole long one, eh? It'd be easier too, but by yourself, big roll hanging up there, probably fall down, rip out all your staples. Okay, where is my scissor machine? See, when you start at the corner, your staples are less likely to pull out and it's gonna hold stronger. And then I've been really giving myself lots of overlap here. Where's my stapler now? Okay. And overlapping it over the corner again. Nice. And then I'll cut it right about there. And that should be just real nice. Okay, that is one ugly cut there, boys. Apologies. This X-Acto knife is just absolute garbage. The blade is just shot. It's cutting shingles with it, honestly. So I'll staple it right here at the end. This little added support so it don't blow away in the wind. And then tape it up. Okay. Oh man, that side's real nice. I did real much better on that one. Woo! Oh damn. Okay. I'll tape up the bottom and the top. Or maybe just the top for now. Okay, well that's where one of those little rolls runs out, so pretty safe to say I'm gonna run out because I still gotta do. I wonder if I should do underneath there. Probably will, but yeah, I still gotta do way up there and the top bits there. So it's looking doubtful here. We'll see what we can do. I'm at about The next roll I'll have to get on the ladder, and that'll be a real pain in the ass actually, eh? So see how it goes here, boys. Okay, just seen something here. Remember that little bear? I can't believe I didn't see this before, but remember that little bear I showed you? Well, here he is, right in camp. Where'd he go now? Right in camp. Oh shit, my shadow's in the way. There's a good track here. Yeah, but anyway, he's right in camp. This was likely, it looks like them tracks got rained on, so that was probably when I came up yesterday. They were probably here from that night, eh? So a little fucker, eh? Okay, here's where we're at. Had to cut out the door a bit there. Things are looking pretty darn good here. I did accidentally staple through my window, but that will be fine, of course. Yeah, things are looking pretty good. My ladder's got that one bit wrinkled up a bit, but it's looking pretty damn good, man. It's thundering, just got just a slight bit of rain there, so I was worried, but we'll be all right, fellas. Well, looks like we're in for another shitty day, boys. It's fucking raining again. Fucking really driving her in, too. Windy as all hell. Blowing my goddamn sheets all over the countryside, for God's sake. Holy fuck! Jesus Christ, what a fucking storm. Okay, I gotta go. Lots of shit to attend to right now. Fuck me. Well, what a miserable prick this is. Can you see how she rains there, feller? Holy shit! It's driving her. Oh my fuck, that's fucking hail, for fuck's sakes. See that shit, boys? Hail. No fun. Ah, fuck. Look at that. Look at how it rains right now. Just when I'm trying to do shit too. Fuck. It's already dying down. There's just thunderstorms everywhere. Fucking sakes. No fun at all. Jesus Christ. Well, it's still raining. I haven't seen it rain like that for a while. Them rains, they're driving right into the cabin, man. I left the windows down in my truck again. You don't expect it to come down like that, hey? And I like to leave them open so that I don't lock myself out, because I got a damn good tendency of doing that. Anyway, we'll wait for this rain to pass on, have some cream corn. You guys eat cream corn? It's so good, man. Have a can of cream corn and wait her out, bud. Well, I'm going home. It's gonna rain again here. Scattered thunderstorms every which direction. I can't put tape on the outside because it's soaked. You can't put the shit on the new panels, so I'm gonna ginch over, while I still got time, ginch over to the local hardware store. And by that local, I mean hour and a half drive. And if I leave right now, I can catch her in time, get supplies, come up, finish her tomorrow. So that's the plan anyway, guys. See you tomorrow there. We'll get her done. Well, good afternoon, boys and girls. Back at her at bush camp. I got caught in that storm there yesterday. And then, so today I'm getting out late. I went for supplies and then let them panels dry out a bit, hey? But I'll show you where we left off and what I'm working on here now. So what I did here is on this fourth layer, I just took it all around and then ran right atop the overhang loft. And you can see it was quite a bit shorter, so there's stuff underhang. Now I'll cut that and bend it over and nail it up over there, eh? That's the plan for that. Now, and get a nice good seal underneath, and then we'll have to do this underpiece to cut the door out to get to shelter there in that big rainstorm. So it kind of looks fucked. We haven't done the windows and doors yet, but we'll get to that. And then now I'm running my fifth layer, and I'm going right around the top, right button up, right against to the bird's mouth cut as far as I can go. Now there's about all the stuff between the rafters there is not going to get covered, but it is not going to see moisture being right underneath the overhang. And once we get our soffit under there, it'll be mint, so that'll be good. You can see my roll got crooked here. it didn't line up quite right. Usually I would be pretty pissed off about that, but I'm not too concerned because with this sheet over top, you can see how much overlap we're getting, and it's fine for sure. Just kind of looks fucked. This stuff got caught in the rainstorm, so it got a little wrinkled up on me. So it does look a little bit dicked, but it's fine nonetheless. It's looking pretty good so far. You know, I got the odd wrinkle in there, but pretty happy with how it's going together, even if it doesn't look perfect like this. With the sign we're using, it'll be fine. It's gonna serve its purpose mint. I got some stuff for the door here to build, and I got another roll of house wrap. They only had one left, and it's of different variety, so it might look a little fucked, but it's the way of the road, boys. Stick around. We'll keep wrapping this sheet all the way around, and then we'll just have underneath the overhang loft, and at the peak underneath the 2-foot overhang there. So we'll get to that, do the doors, seal everything up, call her mint. Okay, coming along mint. Got that last row up. Exact same thing as I showed you before on how I put that row up, eh? So I don't want to bore you with repetitiveness, but we're on to something new here now, boys. We gotta do this bit under here too. She's a scorch out too, boys, eh? Hard on the old mill. Anyway, you see I got that, and I got that top line taped up. I still have to tape the bottom lines on these ones here, but I got them ones all done. And I got to figure out how I'm going to do at the peak there. You see I don't have any fascia on yet. I don't even know if I will, honestly. And so I got to figure out how I'm going to fill in those spaces. I might try and cut out slots for those ladders to get as much coverage as I can. I'll put you on the head cam. We'll see what we can figure out here. But in all honesty, this underneath this 2-foot overhang is the least susceptible place on the entire cabin. So if it's not perfect, it's not perfect. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Well, it looks like I'll have plenty enough to do underneath in the ends there. There's quite a bit left there. I want to show you something cool here though. You remember when we put this on, it only wants this one, it wants staples on the bottom and the top. That's it. That's all it leaves marks for. This one wants a whole bunch of them, eh? Either this one's excessive or this one's a bit underkill. Let me know what you think. If they want me to staple in the center of this here, I don't think they do though. They clearly indicated where they want the staples, but if you think I should chuck a few more into her, let me know anyway. Okay, so I've cut out a sheet a little bigger than what I need here for that big prick up there. We'll get up this steep as fuck ladder here. And it's gonna take 2 sheets, unfortunately, just barely 2. So I'll start. I made this quite a bit bigger than I need, honestly. And I'll give myself lots of overlap because I'm gonna have lots of overlap on the next sheet anyway. What a catastrophe. Apologies. Okay. Okay. So I got the bottom tacked in. Now I'll just start stapling it as high up as I can go. See, I'm trying to fill in these gaps there between. Between the ends here, pulling her snug. Okay, that worked out not too bad. It's my first crack at her anyway. So I'll staple her right up. Pull it snug, staple. Trim this bit up. Oh, it'll just tuck right in there. Yeah, don't mind this one. I kind of fucked that up pretty good, but put a bead down here. Shoot. Get it exposed. Shit. God, you're miserable. This knife is so dull. Can't even cut tuck tape. Okay, now I'll tape up this bit underneath. Get it looking half-ass deadly. And then I'll probably just tuck that little flap there over to the other side later on. Tape up this bit here too. Call that pretty good. Okay, there, another one done. The lighting's kind of shit here, but as you get going, it gets a lot easier. But you see, it's so damn, like my ladder's at full extension, nearly 90 degrees. It's so damn steep off here, eh? But as you get going, it gets easier. Now I'm gonna take a measurement and put another sheet up on top there. It'll only be about probably only about a 5-foot sheet for that, just right at the very peak. And I'm pretty damn worried at the moment because it looks like I'm gonna run out of paper here, which sucks. Let's see. Roll her down the hill, bud. That's about all I got. I need 2 more 5-foots and 3 6-foots, maybe even 4. I don't see that much. Shit. Well, holy fuck am I high up here. This knife can suck a royal fucking lemon. Fuck the fuck off. Well, I didn't fucking die, boys, and the worst of it is now over. I had to pray to the ladder gods there pretty good. She's real fucking sketch. Fuck, the lighting's bad, sorry boys, but by no means is that last sheet straight. But it's done. And that's all I give a fuck about. She's pretty goddamn steep there, boys. Okay, next up, gotta get you onto the back, do up the back. I'm gonna tape all this, do up the windows and doors, and silicone the bottom, seal it up. Man. Okay, so here's what I mean about bending it over. You can see how I've done that there. Bent it right over, stapled it up, taped it up. I'll tape up those corners too. But I am running extremely dangerously low on house wrap here. It is not good at all. I'm gonna bend these corners over and I'm gonna have to cut back a little bit on my overlap just to get this bit done with the materials that I have, because there's no way in hell I'm buying another roll for a 6-foot strip, because it's a $50 roll. Probably $40 diesel to get there and back, man. It's just not worth it. And luckily, I don't feel terrible about cutting corners underneath the overhang, which is underneath the roof, because it's it's more protected than basically any other place on the cabin, eh? So, okay, finally done with the house wrap. I got the underside of this overhanging loft all done. I'm not gonna lie, it's not perfect. It's hard working over your head, and I picked the windiest day for it too, boys. But got her all done, and then I overlapped it down onto the wall here so that I would cover up that little gap that I had. I didn't cut them all the same length, so it does kind of look like a patchwork quilt. Two different materials, all different sorts of sizes of cuts, but at the end of the day, that's just, I kind of had to use what I got. This is all I got left over from those rolls of house wrap. I cut her pretty close. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. But now we'll finish taping shit up and get to these windows, so stick around. It's starting to look like a house, boy. Okay, let's get these bottom edges taped up that I've neglected until now. And I got quite a few rows yet to tape off. Hope you can see all right there. Bend it over the corner. Try and keep it straight as possible, but it's hard as hell. And now we'll just leave that row there. Inch down the level. Oh fuck, my ladder's giving out. Just like that. Keep giving her all these lines all the way around. Well shit, I ran out of tape right there, and I still have to do the windows and doors, so I guess have dinner here and then work on some other stuff till tomorrow. Pick up another roll of tape there, and then finally wrap this up. Okay, on the bottom here, there's not much to tape to, eh? So I'm just running a thin bead of silicone along here. Messy shit, isn't it? Just to seal it up nice. Fuck. Got the tree in there too. So yeah, I'll do that all the way around. Just get a nice seal there on the bottom. Okay, now we're gonna seal up the final opening. I've already done the other two windows and doors, and just gonna show you the way I've been doing it here. And by no means is this the perfect way, but it is the way we're doing it anyway. So you can feel where your window is. You can see I accidentally stapled through here, but if you kind of feel around for your window, you feel the edges. And then I've been cutting just about an inch and a quarter back so that the tape has some to stick to, eh? Went a little trigger happy there, but and just cut all the way around here. Like I said, not guaranteed this is the perfect way to do things, but work anyway. This house wrap can kind of be a prick to cut, honestly. X-Acto blade is far from deadly either. Sure as a scorcher out today. It's plus 30 degrees today. And you know, I've been around the world there pretty good. I've experienced all different types of heats, the tropical, humid shit, and everything. Nothing wears the guy out more than the Saskatchewan sun. It's so fucking close and direct. Now it just wears you out. It always feels hotter than it is out here. Just my experience anyway. So we'll keep cutting her. I suppose you could also bend these flaps in, but to me that seems like it would get in the road later on, but might be better that way. Especially on the door, I thought it would end up being a bit of an obstruction. So there you can see it's not perfect, but I got something for this here tape to stick to now, eh? So now I'll take our good old slop nailer, pull everything down snug. And staple it all around the outsides. I'm probably putting too many staples in here, you know, like your staples are where it's probably gonna end up ever leaking. Okay, there we go. Okay, now here is one thing that I'm not sure about. I'm pretty damn positive there's a better tape to do these window and door openings, eh? But this is all I got for right now, some good old tuck tape. So now I'm gonna do a little research when I get home because I've done no research on this whole lot here so far. And if there is a better tape to use on these here window and door openings, I'll come back later next time I'm in town, because I am very rarely in town, and I'll get some of that tape and switch it up. But for now, the good old tuck tape will seal it up pretty good. So I'm lining the edge right up to the bottom of the window. You know, it don't have to be terribly perfect, but looks good. Making sure that tape is nice and flat, sticks better. This X-Acto knife can fucking suck a lemon, boys. This project has dragged on way longer than I'd like to admit. I keep running out of supplies. They're getting rained out there. It's just been miserable. But you know, I tend to be rather overly optimistic on the duration of some of these projects, and it always takes about twice as long as you figure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I seen once upon a time some guy master carpenter using some fancy ass tape on this shit, but like I said, this will work for now, and I might come back to it, might not. And if you're so there we go. Now I'm all done with this house wrap. It was 5 minutes of work here today once I picked up another roll of this shit, and now I'll give you a tour around. Okay, so here's how everything's looking. I have to say it's looking pretty darn good, you know. It doesn't have the eye appeal of a master carpenter grade house wrap, but I'm beyond satisfied with the coverage and how I got her sealed off there, eh? It's looking really quite nice. I'm glad I took the time. You see, I got her butted right up to the ends of the rafters there. That took a lot of time. And this here, you see, I got, oh shit, the lighting's bad. I'll come around to the other side, but you can see, as I got going up, it got better. You can see there's an odd crinkle on the bottom, and it gets better there, eh? Here, you'll be able to see here. But I went right up into, right past the rafters, cut out the rafters, and got that all sealed up nice. I'm glad I did it. I mean, the ladders, rather. And, the front half of this looks like kind of like a patchwork quilt, you know. I had to burn up some other pieces, got all sorts of tape lines and everything, but turned out, you know, it's gonna serve its purpose, eh? And yeah, I got that bottom all sealed up with silicone. I figured that'd be better than taping to fuck all there. But yeah, you can see this stuff got caught in the storm, so it's all wrinkled up. But it's actually nice and snug, you know. I got the odd wrinkle in her, and it's not all perfect. Like I said, master carpenter buddy guy, he would have had her a little more eye appealing there from the curb, but like I said, I'm gonna have all the coverage and shit that I need. And with the wood plank siding I'm using that you can see in the background of the Cummins there, it's gonna, like a little wrinkle here and there, it's not gonna overly matter. And I did it all by myself, like everything else on this here cabin, so you can't complain too much at all. Now yeah, so that's awesome. Finally done that. Everything's sealed up nice. She's weatherproof now, boys. I gotta get a door on here pretty damn quick. The fucking mice got in there, ate all my rice, god damn it. Shit in my goddamn coffee mug. Can you believe those pricks? But like I said, here in the back of the Cummins, I got some real sick shit. It's like rough cut 1x12s. They're real deadly. And there's 160 of them in there, and they're dirt cheap, eh? They're just used for windbreaks on cattle operations, eh? So it's gonna give me a real rustic, nice appeal there, and it's cheaper than dirt. Like this bundle has got 160 1x12x8, and really inexpensive. It's actually cheaper, considerably cheaper than vinyl siding. And vinyl siding to me just looks artificial. I've never liked vinyl siding, honestly. And then when I got looking into some wood sidings, all that shit just looks like fake plastic garbage. Like, I do not, this is bush camp. It's got to look like a trapping cabin, not like some fucking plastic piece of shit, eh? So I didn't want that either. So it's gonna take quite a while, but I'm gonna save some serious money on these here, boys, and I'm gonna use them for the deck here now. Which a couple more important things. I know I'm fucking rambling here now, boys, but you can see here I've shingled this roof, and I was super happy how everything came out. Spent a shit ton of time. Okay, you can't fucking see from down there. Shitload of time filming everything, and you wouldn't believe it, I deleted the fucking video, and I do apologize, boys. Feels shit. I'm beyond pissed at myself, eh? But anyway, there's lots of good resources on old YouTube there for shingling. So if you're looking on something like that, quick Google search, you find millions of shit, eh? So so like I said, gonna build this deck. Got to haul a shit ton of rocks in this plus 30. Holy fuck! And then keep giving her. So anyways, guys, stick around this cabin build. She's really picking up here now. Still rambling. So those windows, the windows up top there in the loft, I'll cut them out there and just seal up the house wrap later on here, because like I said, I'm probably gonna be living in this cabin before the windows come in. I think they got another week and a half or so to come in, and it'll save me having to board them up. Like, I'm gonna have to board up these side windows. So I'm gonna be building my own door here and installing that, so that'll likely be the next video. And yeah, the cabin, it's looking like a house now. Beyond happy with how everything's turned out. I can't wait to live out here in the bush, man. And anyways, guys, thanks for watching again, sticking around and following the build. I really appreciate it.